have to preserve the peace so that it will be a pleasant experience for everyone.
Yes, I agree completely, and I'm so grateful. And thank you very much. And so I want to ask you about Q, but I noticed that the Q came out after you've been posting all these reports.
Yes, you know, it's interesting because Q, there have been some people that have come to us since Q started posting in, I believe, late October of 2017, and told us that Q reminded them of us. Now, Q's delivery is different, but Q's information is inside information, just like ours is. And so a lot of people sort of, you know, initially some people even asked us if we were Q, and we are not, but we follow Q. I think it's obvious that Q is a military intelligence arm, I think Army, and they put out, Q puts out a lot of information, a lot of good information. Some of it, I think, is what we would call reveals, which is not public information. Other information that Q puts out is obvious, and they're pointing out things so that people can decipher what they're seeing in front of them, because, you know, the cabal, we have them outnumbered, and they know that. So they have to stay in the shadows. They have to stay in the closet. They have to make us think that we are actually free, that we have control over our present and our futures. And it's a big trick. And if they were ever exposed, then the whole enslavement of the planet would be exposed for everyone to see. So Q is doing that, and Q, you know, they have the where we go one, we go all, and that is accurate, and that is for the whole planet. That's not just the United States. That is the whole planet. Where we go all, where we go one, we go all. We are a community, and so we have to start acting like it. We have to, you know, all these wars between countries. I mean, we don't have, you know, people don't have issues with people. You know, when Muhammad Ali was drafted into the army and he didn't go, he said, I don't have anything against the Vietnamese. Why should I have to go over there and kill them for someone else? And so, you know, we have to stop these wars. They are senseless. They are nothing but the cabal trying to gain more real estate, and more, when they gain more real estate, they gain more assets, because there are all kinds of natural resources in countries and that's why they go there. And so we have to stop that. And Q is an operation that has been running, like I say, for 3 years. We have people on our team who, I don't want to use the term decode, but they do a lot of research on the things that Q puts out. And there's some of us in our group that feel like Q has been able to see into the future.
Yeah, that's right. The Project Looking Glass.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I'm very curious about that. But maybe we can talk about that in another time, because it's a very deep topic.
It is.
I think the Q is like less than 10 people. I kind of imagine very small people. Number.
What's that? What's that?
The number of people in Q team, the real Q, is not that big.
I agree with you, and I think their operation, the way they operate, is pretty similar to the way we were operating, where they have intelligence, they have information that comes to them, and then they determine what they put out, how they put it out. But I would agree with you, it's a very, very small group. Yes, okay. That is for sure.
And then my next question is going to be JFK Jr. I don't know, maybe it's a little still a secret, but I believe that JFK Jr. is alive, as there are so many proofs. And I heard from several sources, including Robert Steele, that JFK Jr.'s plane had a bomb installed by the cabal, meaning the Clintons, as Hillary was his running mate for the Senate seat. JFK Jr., I think maybe put a different type of bomb. And that Robert still said that maybe the professional pilot jumped off the plane with a parachute. And after that, when the plane went to the certain altitude, it exploded. And also, they didn't take their loving dog Friday on board. And of course, there's several proofs that maybe he wasn't on board. So I strongly believe that he faked his own death. And I kind of expect that he might be showing up on the 17th at the rally in Dallas. But I don't know, maybe you know, but you can't say. But I kind of have a feeling that JFK Jr. is in the queue. So can you talk about whatever you can say?
You are very knowledgeable about JFK Jr. There's really nothing that I would say that would contradict anything that you just said. If you look into the circumstances and the evidence around his death, you will just find a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of issues that call into question the legitimacy of his death. As I understand it, there is I guess a possibility that he is alive. I have not seen him or touched him, so I cannot personally verify that that is the case, but I have heard that being talked about among our team members as if they know. So I think there's a very good possibility that he is. The Dallas rally that you speak of in October and this month and the 17th, that has, interestingly enough, disappeared off the radar. That is not on the schedule anymore, which, interestingly enough, I was thinking about actually going to. But it's off the schedule now, and I don't know if that has to do with President Trump getting COVID. But that's off the table. But there is plans for something to happen in October, something big to happen, and it may involve him.
Oh, I see. Oh, the 17th is not on schedule anymore.
No, and there are a lot of us that are researching that to try to figure out or find out why that is no longer on the schedule, but it was taken off, and it was taken off recently.
Wow, because I heard that it was planned from last year.
Yes, and it was on the 17th, and of course Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it was at a basketball arena that is about 2 blocks away from where President Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas in Daley Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of things were lining up, as they say. A lot of the stars were aligning,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like that could be the day, but now I'm not sure.
Maybe something will happen on the 17th, but it's not on schedule.
Yeah, it could be, because this is, I think a lot of people, at least in the United States, are waking up, and I hope that's the case around the world. And
but I don't know about Japan. Many people are still wearing masks, and they look.
Oh gosh, don't get me started on the mask thing. Oh gosh, I just had an incident today with the masks.
Try hard and expose more that people wake up. It's already
yeah. But they are controlling people with fear. I mean, that's what it is, fear of contracting this disease. And we can't live that way. We have to work through it. We have to go on about our business. We have to get back to normal, because if we don't, they're going to destroy the planet. And this is exactly what they're trying to do. So I think we have to keep all of that in mind.